Hi guys, it's a beautiful day in nowhere. I'm Nicole and we're heading right back to Penny's Path where we are joining a company of pirates.
Sisters Benedetta and Beatrice, please allow me to introduce you to the head of our ship. I imagine you have heard of the notorious and much feared Captain Jack Delahaye.
The sisters probably have.
Madonna Santa, we have heard of Captain Jack, but isn't he said to be a man?
Though somehow my reputation precludes the plain fact that I was born a woman, I shall always remain one. Lo, leave it to men to take credit for women's work.
Love her flying red hair.
With a little help from our printer friends, perhaps?
Surprise has advantages. And besides, the Pizzlers are too embarrassed to admit the truth.
I love it.
So then, what may we do for these sisters?
Got a gun over her shoulder. Just, casually.
They need passage to New France.
Need to
As
get
we are
by my
headed there
microphone.
anyways, I thought they might bring us luck.
I'm sort of lucky in not the way you like.
But, respected sisters, do you fully understand the nature of our trade?
Yeah, sisters?
Aye, Captain Jack. The one thing I do not comprehend. I beg your pardon, but may I inquire as to why you had business with the governor?
Do you really want to know?
We have certain interests in common with the governor, especially as concerns the so-called godly. The Puritans have set hard to the elimination of our merry band, and for what? We have not yet slain a man who did not deserve it.
Sure. Not good.
Well, you know why. We interrupt the flow of their gold and treasure, dampening the fire which they burn away what remains of the Commonwealth. They have a way with kings and queens anon, and erect merchants and bankers in their stead.
Merchants and bankers.
But those same tired monarchs bring this on themselves. The bankers mimic to the king's greed, and the threadbare pauper mimics the lot, as he hounds his wife to spin her hands a profitable red.
Oh.
If that is so, why care for the Commonweal?
Right as you're thinking. We don't care for it, not one bit. We're not robbing the rich man for the sake of the poor man who plays the tyrant to his wife. To the devil with the commonweal!
Okay.
So what then is the ultimate object of your piracy, Captain? Self-enrichment?
Ha! We don't give a pittance about baubles and gilded tethers, madam. Nay, I suppose it's rather just as much the same as you and your beloved sisters in the monastery. We sail for freedom. Yes, freedom from men.
Freedom for man, aye. And yet not from the governor?
I like Sister Benedetta. She just kind of says it as it is.
Oh, I do like you dearly, madam. But even the ocean is spanned one wave at a time. Now then, who is this young woman with you?
I'm just a disease-ridden...
This is Penny, and she's under our protection.
Good morrow, Penny. So you're headed to become a novitiate among these sisters?
No, just trying to get home. I'm not sure what a novitiate is. Captain, to be honest, I don't know what I'm trying to do. It's kind of how I feel right now. That's what I'm saying. I'm lost. I don't know what I'm trying to do, Captain.
Well, then are you sure it's a good idea to board a pirate ship?
This is an interesting choice. So I might as well, I suppose, or to be honest, I have my doubts. No, I think in a game you should always take the opportunity to board a pirate ship. I might as well, I suppose.
Then perhaps you know what you want after all. A pirate's life may not be for everyone, but we're no ordinary pirates.
Yes, I get that impression.
You know, Penny,
Yes?
you are a most unusual woman.
You think?
And I say that as, if I may boast, a rather rare one myself.
Right?
But there is something about you, something delightfully different.
Oh, I have to click. I was just kind of gonna hang in that moment for a bit.
I thought the same thing. There's something special indeed about you, Penny.
Well, besides the fact that I got a virus, I feel flattered, thank you, or I'm just lost, that's all. Well, considering how I was just behaving, I feel flattered, thank you.
Well, welcome aboard, Penny and Sisters Benedetta, Beatrice. We should get underway and quick. We've heard word that this is not a safe port in which to linger. Winthrop has eyes and ears everywhere.
Winthrop.
And yet a brain nowhere to be found.
Oh, that's a good one.
Just so, Quartermaster. To ship, fair ladies.
To ship. Here we go. Back on the map. Oh, good. We got away. Whew, I was a little worried about that. Open sea. Oh, wow. We're going quite a ways out. Leaving all of that behind. Whoa. To Boston. That's pretty good. You can, like, get lost in the big city. Nobody can, you can hide in a crowd.
It is good to see your cheery visage again. I hope you rested well, madam. How do you fare?
Hi, sister. I'm worried I'm contagious. I feel a little seasick, but otherwise fine. Thank you. I think I'm still worried that I'm contagious.
How, Penny? You do not seem ill at all.
I took a test and it showed that I was sick and could get others sick.
I see. Mayhap you were sick before, but I detect no sign of it now. Do you?
No, I don't feel feverish or anything, but I could still spread it.
Perhaps so. However, I have attended those with the pox, the Black Death, yellow fever, and a myriad other diseases and maladies. Many are invisible to the patient until it is too late, but have I been able to tell well in advance. And happily, you do not seem ill to me, Penny.
Thank you, sister.
Most happily, madam.
I'm still worried about where that's going to lead. Maybe being teleported to the past, or if this is just a dream. There's no way I can make them sick, but I'm nervous about where the game's going to take that.
Ahoy, bucko.
Hello.
How art thou?
I'm a little seasick, but fine, thank you. We're getting around to that anyway.
Why, faith, I see thee are just so. Ne'er take a caulk on a clipper, lest it hang the jib I stay still.
Great. I'll remember that one.
Ark, I've nother for thee.
Okay.
Ne'er turn your back on a man, nor your front. Not worth the sport, as their interests cost interest straight, I warrant. Don't they forget now, eh?
Sure. I got it. Locked away. Thank you.
Avast, that bilge-sucking bounty beater Winthrop is around this coast.
Damn it. I thought we
can
left him
smell I
behind.
can. If you go on account, watch out for the pederast barnacle.
Pederast barnacle. Okay, thanks. I'm going to go on deck. I thought we were in Boston. I'm going on deck. Yay! We're on the ocean. Is that
Penny,
a cat or a mouse?
you look a tad seasick. Have you ever been on a ship before?
Not that I recall. It's a fascinating experience. I've been sailing with my family before, but now they're on a ship like that. That's me, so I'm going to choose that one.
Oh, were they fishers, merchants, or just traveling perhaps?
The latter, I guess, just sightseeing around Salem.
Ah, a marvelous beauty, that stretch of coast. But Salem itself is an odd place, and so full of Puritans.
Oh, right. The witch trials were there. You'd think she'd use her noggin a little better than that.
What, pray you, trials were those?
They haven't happened yet? Oh, I must be mistaken. In any case, we weren't on a ship like this one. So Penny's in college at Harvard. So I think she would clue into that and she wouldn't be a doofus saying they haven't happened yet. Although it would be interesting to see what the response is to that. For shits and giggles, let's see what the response is to that. They haven't happened
You're
yet?
an odd one, madame. And I rather like that in a woman. I remember my first time on a brigantine such
Okay.
as this one. I was a right lass, just 12 years of age.
Oh,
My dad had soused himself to the gills, and yet again trounced my mum until she couldn't stand.
that's terrible. I'm so sorry, Marianne.
Aye, madame, and I just couldn't stand it another day. I found his flintlock and aimed it right at him,
Oh, God.
telling the toad eater that he needs to bugger off for good, or God mend me, I'd put a awl right through him. And do you know what the Rochter said?
No, what?
He said he'd most happily go and leave me and my mum and younger kin to starve. Out, said I, and quit our sight forever. And he did, as he then promptly pitched to the brothel, and no sooner than arrived than fell his drunk arse off the balcony, breaking his neck and ending our shame for good.
Well, that you reap what you sow there. My God, what did you do then?
Well, the louse had put my mum in a bad way. She got the cough, and besides, the shops and the factories had their fill of young men already contesting for every position. I was the eldest, and it fell to me to find bread for them. So I walked to that same bawdy house that was the end of my day.
Oh, I'm sorry, Marianne.
Don't be. I scarcely approached when happily come Captain Jack. She bumped right into me and knocked me on my arse. When she helped me up and saw the heavy look in my eyes, she kindly asked me to spare a moment to tell her my troubles. And so I did. Ever since, I've been one of her company and her best mate to boot.
Wow, that's amazing. But what happened to your family?
You're a fine one, sweet. Thanks to the generosity of Jack and our unwilling patrons, they've never gone hungry. To the contrary, they live a much richer life now, and much safer one without my da. May he burn in hell.
Yep. Thank you for telling me about this, Marianne. You've lived a remarkable life.
Have I? Well, I suppose I have. But you don't know the half of it, Mouse. Stay with us longer, and I've many a tale with which to regale you.
Penny, sweeting, it is a fair pleasure to see your face.
Oh, thank you, Captain. It's nice to see you too. How are you?
Very well, and much obliged for your inquiry. Though I will confess I experienced a disquieting circumstance this morning when we set off.
What happened?
Well, our lovely ship is equipped with a fine brass bell which we sound twice an hour. But this morrow, not a league from shore and betwixt the times, the bell sounded by itself, with not one sailor even near the instrument.
That's strange. Maybe a wave jarred it?
Nay, madam, for it is tied fast when not in use to avoid just such a disarrangement. Nay, but there is another explanation, one we sea dogs all know.
What's that?
Now, please allow that we're a superstitious old lot.
Oh, no.
But it's a well-known fact that a ship's bell that rings itself is tolling for the dead to come. That is, it's a dread omen, Penny. And with this storm picking up, I wonder if mayhap we should overnight on land.
That's a scary omen, but is this rain that worrisome?
Aye, perhaps a little, madam. Not that the storm poses much threat, as we're much out of the season for gales. And besides, I weathered Tempest 83 out on the swells.
Tempest of 83.
But the change of weather will surely affect the routes and schedules of certain more circumspect merchants.
Okay, but why does that worry you?
These overripe men are oft accompanied by overzealous would-be gallants. One
We
of
don't
these,
need those.
a certain Winthrop, has made our capture his life's
Winthrop.
work, and I've reason to believe our paths will likely cross on account of this rain.
Yikes, who is this Winthrop guy I keep hearing about?
A scion of John Winthrop himself, who has lived in the shadow of his illustrious ancestor. He is not content to chase after the nefarious sea-wolves that lurk these waters. No, He has a special score to settle with me.
Why? What happened?
When I was a girl, no older than you, I met a dashing young pirate named Charles Donjon in the Caribbean. He was a partisan of the Sun King and became a pirate to trouble the English.
Okay.
This was all well before the war, mind you, but Char could see it in the making and knew these religious zealots would be a problem.
Are you talking about the Puritans?
Yes, and their reformed like.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
He used to say that the Calvinists' envy of the Hebrews set them to try to surpass the mode backwards of Hebrew traditions, minus any moderating wisdom.
Boy.
Most especially, the fear and hatred of women was etched into the minds of these zealots, and that was the root of the rest, most assuredly.
The way you think reminds me of someone I know and miss a lot.
I imagine there are many you miss from wherever it is you're from, Penny.
Actually, no, just one really, or I do, and I wonder if I'll ever be able to get back to them. I think she's probably got more people in her life than just her friend.
Don't worry. I have a strong feeling you will be reunited, and soon. But as I was saying, this Char had attracted the ire of the Roundheads, and a great bounty went up for him.
Roundheads.
By this time I had become, in word if not by deed, the quartermaster of his ship. But we were betrayed by not just one of our men, but damn near all of them.
Betrayed? Why?
They resented their captain giving such power to a woman. Women, especially those with fiery hair like mine, are deemed bad luck by scallywags.
That's true.
To give a woman authority over men, why, it was an affront against the privilege to which they all felt entitled. Blasphemy, as the leader of their mutiny called it.
Some things never change.
Well said. Funny how men endlessly spit and whine about the injustices and slights they suffer at the hands of each other. But by cock and pie, how they expect to lord it over every woman they meet. And when they wrest their vaunted freedom, whether as pirates or any much else, do they share the fortune with women folk?
Not a chance. I'm totally writing down by cock and pie. Gotta have that. By cock and pie. You gotta have stuff like that jotted down. Not a chance.
Hi-ho, not a chance. So, Anon, we found ourselves in a hulk being fiercely interrogated by none other than Mr. Winthrop. After much misadventure, he tells Char that he has a choice. Char can either reveal his secrets, or his beloved Jacquot will be turned over to the very same rats that mutinied, to do with what they will.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
And do you know what Char said? He said, and I quote, "I give not a fig what happens to the quim that caused my downfall." Even Winthrop blanched when Char said that. To prove against Char's guile, Winthrop immediately escorted me out under guard as if to throw me to the dogs. But of course, Char was unmoved.
I'm so sorry, Captain. That must have been terrifying.
It set me shivering with fear, forsooth. And when Winthrop saw me shaking thus, he took pity and said, "I am too much of a man of honour to leave you to those blackguards. But sadly, your crimes require the noose." And then he looked at me conflicted like by lust and repulsion. And suddenly the rotter asked me to marry him.
What? He asked you to marry him?
Aye, he did, and said it was the only way to be spared. Woe, that I was much afeard. Nathless, I told him I wouldn't marry him, nor any man, but would gladly face the gallows instead. That set him into an arrant fury. He sent away all his henchmen and began tearing at my clothes and gnawing at me like an enraged serpent.
Holy cow. You've been through so much, it's scary just to imagine.
It looked grim indeed. But blessedly, Winthrop's vain arrogance had thought me a meek little she-cat. But lo, this cat has claws. As we struggled, I grabbed his knife from his belt and cut his manhood in twain. He fell over clasping his stump, and I was free of his grasp. Out the porthole I leaped into
She's
the
a pirate.
sea, and away I swam.
Wow, that is amazing, Captain Jack.
Love. Then I escaped to where I knew Char had hidden some glittering trinkets, and used these spoils to hide away for years. But my taste for adventure could not be slaked, and what's more, met like women as me in my travels. So with what treasure remained, I formed our fine crew, for better or for worse, a merry band of women.
You really are remarkable, Captain. What a story.
Behold, there upon the coast, that is Merrymount, now known as Braintree due to the brainless Puritans. We'll moor there for the night whilst the storm blows over. The innkeeper owes me his life, and should keep mum. Most of the crew will stay with the ship. But let's have a meal and share more stories, aye?
Are we taking the ship over water and over land? Oh, is that just water? Okay. That was a hell of a story. I'm going to have to put a rating on this. Goodness sake.
And there you are. Supper is served.
Are you a nice man?
Thank you, madam and sir. This looks to be quite the feast.
Bless you, good captain, but we're more than square with what you did for our John.
Aye, Susanna. They have done more than enough for our family. Too much, if anything.
Most importantly, we are glad to see you and hope you enjoy your supper, good woman. Would you like some fresh apples, ladies?
Thank you. Delicious.
Aye, they taste fresh off the tree.
Oh, they are. Our little Anne picked them this very morning.
They are the best I've had in, well, years, to be honest. Thank you most dearly.
I like apples.
Alas, we must be retiring to bed. But please make yourselves comfortable. You're our only guest here tonight.
Off so soon? Say, John, have you heard anything about our friend Winthrop
Does
lately?
this sound sketchy? That makes me nervous.
Winthrop? Oh, no, madam. I haven't seen that man in, well, a very long time.
I see. Well, thank you
I don't know,
all.
Jack's
We'll make for bed
spidey
anon.
sense
Don't
seems to
worry
be going
yourselves.
Susanna? Anne? Let's leave them be.
Oh, Da, can't I stay and talk with them a bit? Aye, John. It's been long since I've heard a good pirate tale. Let's.
Hushed, Susanna. You will come hither, or there'll be hell to pay.
Something's bad.
As the good Reverend says, a woman needs to obey her husband.
Something's wrong.
Hold, sir. By your comment, it seems you've forgotten your company.
I cry mercy, Captain. But perchance you see this matter is of my wife, that is to say, my property by law,
God damn it.
and so is of no business of yours.
Your property? An interesting thing to lecture a pirate about.
Forgive me, Captain. I am not used to your pirate ways. Fine, so be it. Susanna and Anne, do as you wish. As for myself, I am most fatigued and will be to bed.
I note, sir, that you seem awfully eager to ire away.
Just awfully tired, madam. I beseech you, allow me to retire.
By your favour, let him go, Marianne. It won't make much difference.
Aye, off with you.
Something's wrong.
I pray you forgive my husband. He's not normally so ill-mannered, but a strange humour has possessed him tonight.
Oh, that's quite all right, madam. Do understand, we know you owe no part in this.
No part in what?
Oh, God. Oh, God, every time the
Hear
picture
ye!
shakes. Oh, there he
Do
is.
not get up, nay move at all. Be still as an afeard dormouse.
A dormouse.
Winthrop. What a surprise.
He of the eunuch selfed.
And yet you do not seem surprised.
Because she's not. She's smart.
Oh, I always expect you to show up at any moment looking for something you misplaced.
Ouch.
Sir, who are you that enters my inn unannounced and then accosts my guests?
Buzz, wench. I have already spoken with your husband, John Cole.
All's well, Susanna. Don't worry yourself. Why, I've come to town to turn myself in.
I'm worried. I'm worrying myself.
Let go. Don't play at my expense, hussy.
Hussy.
You'll not fool me twice.
Nay, nor so would I expect. But look, I am unarmed and have only my quartermaster with me. I've come to beg for mercy.
I see 2 rats with you, not just one.
I am not a rat, bud.
This little girl. Don't be daft, Winthrop. Does she look like a pirate to you?
Not a bit. But then, who is she?
This is my cousin here visiting. She does not know the captain.
Tuh. Enough prattle. Guards, seize Captain Jack and Marianne the Damned. The rest can sod off for all I care.
Man the Damned. That's a great pirate name.
Coming, coming. Oh, Tilly Valley, I've dropped my map. Would you be a dear?
Oh, that music sounds a little cheerful.
Now!
Oh, okay. What are we doing?
Pox on it! The harlots have escaped!
Bye!
Up, you dunces, and hie after them!
La-di-da-di-da. Oodalali.
Are you all right, madam?
Yes, thank you. I'm not hurt. Yes, thank you. What happened? That's how I feel. Yes, what?
Your pirate friends must have had something in wait for Mr. Winthrop and his men. They are a blessed wily lot. Aye, and I trow if they've much sense, they'll not tarry around here long. But what of you, madam? Are you one of their crew?
No, and honestly, I'm not sure what to do now. No, I'm not one of their crew. I'm just passing through. Where are my nun friends?
Oh, where do you call home, child?
I'm a student in Cambridge. I guess that's my home for now.
Cambridge and a student. How? I wouldn't have thought you a saint, madam, but they have most modern ways in those parts.
A saint? What do you mean?
Good now. I mean what some call a Puritan, my lady.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm not a Puritan. Oh, sorry. No, I don't think so. What exactly is a Puritan? Let's go that way.
A Puritan? Law, I suppose it depends on who you ask. My mother Anne had one view of it, but many others have another. I imagine in common are that they are not papists, and want rid of the Protestant faith, of any Catholic superstitions or what like. They want a faith pure of anything from the devil, you see.
Yes, thank you.
I beg your pardon, madam, but did you say you live in Cambridge?
Yes, I did, but I don't really know how to get there from here.
Oh, conscience, but a solution appears. Anne is headed that very way tomorrow to the tinsmith. She could accompany you thereabouts.
But I don't think I know anyone there anymore. I'm not sure what to do.
Have you ever heard of Mary Weselby, madam? Hushed, girl. There'll be no talk of Mad Mary here. Think it. Nay more. Our guest looks full spent. I prithee, madam, come and rest the night, and then little Anne will take you to Cambridge, where you can find your folk.
Well, I am very tired. Thank you both for your kindness.
The company makes the feast, madam. Sleep you well now.
Okay, so I think we're going to call it here on our way up to Cambridge and continue in another episode. I'm going to go ahead and just sign out there. And thank you guys for watching. It's a little man-bashy. A little bit man-bashy. Hang in there with me. We'll see what Penny does. See what happens at the end. And we will catch you guys later. You have a great day. Bye.